Welcome, Mrs. Sets. Welcome, Mrs. Sets. What I want to do today is just basically watch the match, going through it, and I can pause if you have any comments to make. But before we do that, Mrs. Sets, why don't you say a few words about you and mostly your tennis background?
Hi, my name's Rumeal. I'm from Minnesota. I've been playing tennis since I was about, I don't know, technically speaking, since I was in fifth grade, but I wouldn't really count that because it was more of like a feeder program for our high school. So like
Mm.
I was on court hitting balls, but it was more like trying to hit balls over the fence than it was actually learning the game of tennis.
Shout out to the Coon Rapids High School.
We are CR. So that was kind of like my first brush with it. But since then, I had started teaching tennis when I was in middle school. I played tennis in high school. That's when I really got into it. Continued playing tennis on a club team at the U of M in Twin Cities when I was in college. And I'm actually now playing college again at Hamlin University in St. Paul while I get my master's in education, trying to get an initial teaching licensure. So it's been really cool to come back and play or to, well, I guess for the first time, play in a true division collegiate environment. But in between all of that, I've been coaching tennis. I've done it at a couple different facilities. I have tried to build what is now Sets Tennis, which is kind of like a grassroots tennis business. So we offer a lot of like camps, private lessons, and just trying to work on that like foundational educational piece of tennis. It's not really about creating tennis players, high performance, although we do that. It's more about providing an education for this sport and using it as, I guess, a philanthropic vehicle for other things. I very much play right now. You and I have played a ton. You whoop my butt a lot. Uh, I learn a lot from our matches, and I'm just trying to get as good as I can before my body disagrees with me.
Absolutely. So are you currently still looking always for more people to join, more clients?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
All
And
right.
actually, this year was the first time that we got a lot more of our college athletes involved as
Yep.
coaches. We have
Mm-hmm.
some of our so like on our college team, we have students who want to become better coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been using the business our platform as a way to sort of jump off
Yep.
on that and as much as they can. So yeah, we're always looking for more
Okay.
people. Beginners, advanced, it doesn't really matter. We're here for you.
Yep. And then people can book lessons directly on your website.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put the link of that website in the description of this video. So if you are interested in getting lessons with Rumeal in the Twin Cities area, definitely do so. I was a part of it this summer, and it was really good. Rumeal is really good at teaching. Very fun to play with. So this match, so this is in Vegas, and it happened. What was it like? April or June? So that was like at the end of your first college season, and
Hmm.
um, and you were definitely ready. You were ready, um, and it was a fun match. Definitely one of the most fun matches that we've had. Um, Although we've had our fair share of fun matches,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is
This is a
just
different kind of fun though.
this is a different kind of fun. This is
Yeah, this one I came in going, I got you.
well,
I'm sick and tired of you destroying my confidence. I'm coming back to you.
oh my
No,
god.
I definitely felt so that season of college, like just the constant action with young guys who are hungry.
Mm,
I had to play different. I had to grow differently through my game, and so every single match, I would keep you in mind because you know my game. You know how I play, and you definitely take advantage of my weaknesses. So I kept in mind like how I wanted to grow through those weaknesses or around them. And when I came to you, I had it in my brain that okay, like I'm just gonna use all of this compounded experience to the best of my ability, and I felt very confident.
I mean, you definitely started off like really, really strong in that one. And
Yeah.
in tennis, sometimes it just comes down to a few points here and there. There was really no real like better player or worse. Sometimes just one points here and there happen, and that's the match. And a lot of close matches do happen that way. But
Yep.
okay, Mr. Sets, are you ready to watch it?
Let's do it.
All right, all right. So at the beginning, I'm just gonna play without the sound, just because I have like an intro, and I hate listening to myself speak in a video. So just for a minute. After that, I'll turn on the sound. All right. So you're starting to serve. Do you always take the serve if you win the toss?
No,
No.
I played around with that in the season.
Okay.
I felt like sometimes I wanted to break guys right away
Yeah.
because my return games it's not bad.
Right.
Then I learned pretty quick, like, you know what? Instead of breaking them, like instead of giving them the opportunity to come out blazing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna break them psychologically in a different way and
Right.
just like use my biggest strength.
Yep.
So it
Absolutely.
always felt better to come. It always felt better to start with a game that I was pretty confident I would win off my serve
Yes.
than to try to break their serve.
Got it. Okay. And so in that first game, and that's kind of what I love about you, and that's what we're just so different, because sometimes me, I kind of force errors more often, but you just came out firing. I mean, first point, you hit a drop shot, first of all. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is very unexpected, but a drop shot is an attacking shot. And
Hmm.
I think you hit like a couple winners in that game, and then you just keep hitting winners. I mean, it really feels like you came with a plan, and you're just as aggressive as you can be at this point. I mean, you're hitting big forehands.
Yep. And I think the wildest thing when I think about it is, um, I heard this saying like technique translates to tactics,
Yep.
and so when I was working on my game in between, when we last played in this match, it wasn't so much changing my technique as much as it was understanding more how I can hit cleaner and like create more spacing.
Yeah.
So as I was playing those matches, like that was my main focus is how can I play more efficiently?
Right.
And I guess that built my confidence, and I guess I just played a cleaner game, which
Yeah.
meant I could go for a lot more because my margin of error was larger.
Right. Yep. Yep. Completely understand that.
So like as I'm watching this right now, I'm noticing like I'm choosing to hit the ball to the middle of the court more often
Yes.
to see if you can create the angle.
Right.
So this higher percentage of tennis, and it's easier for me to hit a ball, even if I miss hit it. If my
Right.
if the goal is to hit it to the biggest target.
Yes. Kind of like on the return of serves, right, where people we usually like we aim cross court, but then because the serve can be fast or has like more or less spin, if we miss hits, then the ball can go to the middle or down the line because we aimed cross court.
Yep.
But if we aim down the line and we miss hit it, then the ball goes way out.
Right.
Sheesh.
Yeah, a lot of me trying to construct a point and move in, right? So I'm in the red to start.
Yeah.
I really don't want to give up the yellow. I don't want to move off the baseline. So I'm trying to
Yes.
take as many balls as I can off the rise. That way I can move in just like that.
Yep.
Get myself. I did miss a few of those volleys. Maybe that was just too much energy and excitement and not really focusing on bringing the wall to the ball. But
So I had an interesting comment. People when I was posting some shorts from um, from this match. Because okay, so you missed a few volleys. I missed volleys. The thing is, it almost feels like it's very common for people to miss what it appears to be easy volleys. Like easy put away volleys. Do you have some thoughts about it? Because when I think about it, it almost sounds like when like when we come to the nets, we have like an aggressive mindset, like we're approaching the net, we're trying to put away shots, but usually a volley is a very controlled, like we don't want to swing too hard, we want to control the shot. But the thing is, the shot that we hit before that is an aggressive shot, is a shot that we're really moving our body into, we're really swinging hard. And I feel like the reason why we miss those volleys, even if we know how to hit them, is because it's so hard to temper the aggression factor between, you know, hitting hard, moving in, and then stopping and controlling the volley. I don't know, because you know from the outside it always looks very silly when you miss an easy volley, but it happens so often.
Well, and that's like language matters there too.
Yeah.
I have been really guilty as an educator, when I'm coaching tennis, to slip up and say like we missed the easy ball. I don't
Right.
think there is such thing as an easy ball.
That's right.
Because just like you said, the change of pace, the change of speed
Yep.
is difficult to adjust to, and I feel like that can sometimes be like a clear separator between like a 4-0, 4-5, a 4-5,
Yes.
a 5-0. Who
Yes.
can handle the change of pace better?
Right.
And who understands how to change pace safely or reliably?
Yep.
So hitting an aggressive approach shot, moving in, and if you hit a good enough approach shot and you get a weak ball, that's a drastic change in pace. That can be anything from
Yes.
like a 50-mile-an-hour shot to a 10-mile-an-hour ball that's going
Yes.
back at you. And you have to somehow, reset or transition to almost what feels like a completely different way of playing.
Yes.
So there's nothing. I don't think there's anything easy about it.
Sure.
I think it's just understanding that when you get to the net, less is more.
Correct. As you were saying this, I just thought about, you know, when you teach beginners, if you hit the ball too hard, they're not gonna be able to handle it. They're gonna mishit it. It's just too hard. Too many things going on. But then it seems like as play gets a little bit better, like a recreational level, like a 3-0, it gets harder to actually accelerate a ball rather than dealing with a fastball. You know, like if you give them like a ball mid-court floating, and they're gonna try to attack, the ball is gonna go all kinds of places. But then if you start hitting hard, you know, people will say like, oh, I always play my worst tennis when I play with a 3-0, but then when I play with a 5-0, oh, I feel like I play like a god. You know, because then you get a nice ball that's fast and all that. What's your thoughts?
I mean, without knowing, I guess we could say there's a lot of contributing factors to any individual's development. I mean, I guess that kind of goes without saying. Like me, I've seen two different 3-0 players that I work with, right? One 3-0 player does really well against players who hit bigger balls. Just they love more pace. And the other 3-0 player cannot handle a faster ball.
Right.
You know, and maybe it has to do with the fact that they're just not good movers.
Yes.
You know, one guy is way better at moving in a position and deflecting,
Yes.
or just redirecting pace, and the other guy, maybe he isn't such a good mover, so he never is in position to actually do something with the ball. So anytime someone injects pace into it, he can't get into position. So it really depends on the person. But you're right, there does seem to be, and I wonder if this is almost in like how we're teaching tennis in the States specifically, there is like this huge gap in understanding, one, how to properly inject pace.
Mm-hmm.
But even before you even get to speeding up the ball, it's like, how do we get our bodies in position, and how do we use our bodies to hit through a ball?
Correct.
So I guess I would really love to get some more advanced coaches' perspectives on like what the issue is nationwide in the coaching. Because from what I've seen, at just like the grassroots level, if someone really wants to learn how to play tennis, I don't really see coaches focusing on the mechanics as much as I feel like we should. I know that when it comes to grassroots, it's more recreational, right? It's more of a let's have fun and pick up a few things here and there. And maybe it's just me with high standards. Like, I feel like people enjoy the sport more when they know how to play it well, when they understand how to use their bodies, because they're going to find more success.
100%.
So I don't know. I guess that was kind of a tangent, but that's kind of like a pet peeve of mine is if you're learning how to play tennis, let's work on the stuff that's not as exciting. You know, like how to use the kinetic chain and you know the laws of motion, and then as we get through those progressions and we build up to a little more speed, you're probably gonna already feel more confident in playing this sport. So now we can start to create
Yeah, I mean, 100%. That's what's so good about tennis is like the better you get, the more you feel like you need to learn, and then the more fun you get. It's almost like
Right.
because it's not fun to play tennis when you can only hit the ball once or twice back and forth. But once you are confident enough that you can, now you're thinking more about where to hit it and how to hit it and moving around the court and of course dealing with the mental and the strategical part of it. And it's just a never ending game really. I mean, when
Hmm.
you see it at the top level, it's not like one guy wins a grand slam and says, okay, now I'm good, I figured it out. So I'm good for the next one. Like they would never say that. And if they do,
Right.
you can be sure they're gonna lose first round in the next tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's
Right.
trying to get the edge. And I mean, you can't really go wrong with trying to understand um
Jeez.
this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of getting lost in these points right now. I'm noticing we're having a lot longer rallies
Yeah,
than we used to.
yeah. I'm just. By the way, when I watch this, because I watched it a lot, especially when I did the shorts, I just it just looks you're the type of player that like when we play together it just looks like you are absolutely killing me
Is
when
it why? Because the movement? Like, is it?
I think it's more like the speed that you hit and also maybe the sound that you make. It's just the whole package. It just looks like you are it almost looks like I'm just there trying to survive, which to be honest it's kind of what it is because I'm trying to get balls back and you're just hammering everything.
Okay, okay, but so yeah, I understand that. And fun fact, I don't. How do I say this? This is actually something that I'm working through. Is not being as explosive. So I'm 31 now, and if I knew, I guess this goes for everybody. If I knew now, um, if I knew then when I was younger what I know now about like the game and all that, and I had the body to be as explosive, like I'd be crazy.
Right.
But now I take one set, like our first set, that took a lot out of me.
It did. I mean, we played for more than 2 hours.
Yeah, and you did a great job of pushing and counter punching and just like getting me to hit one or two more balls.
Yeah.
So even though I was really driving through balls, I was gassed. And for what? You know,
Yeah,
to
that
put
that that
pressure on
that
you.
back end right there, I think, is usually what happens when you are fatigued,
Yeah.
like that. See now,
That. Yep.
yep. And those are the things that I really want to like highlight because for like lower level players, when you hit that shots and you just analyzing as a bystander, it looks like you're a horrible player because you don't understand. It's like, well, he missed the stupid shots. Like that's just very easy. But once you
Yeah.
put the shot into context, you understand that when you're gassed, it just takes so much extra focus to
Mm.
just even bend your knees and hit a proper shot. It just takes so much out of it, and that is just what's so fun about tennis. is that is that the same slice backhand becomes increasingly harder to hit an hour into the match, and then you combine that with the fact that it's 5-6, so it's like a very tight but very important moment, and then you're hitting the stupid shot right there to finish the sets. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You say you were trying to survive. I mean, after what 11 games of me trying to drive through every single ball,
Yeah,
like
just
being
like
as
that one.
explosive as I
Yeah,
can.
and just like
Am I that chain?
yeah,
I mean, after 11 games of that, almost an hour, I don't have the ability to produce energy. And so, if I can come back full circle to like my journey,
yeah,
it tech, I guess technically understanding that height equals depth. So
yes,
instead of me trying to drive through every single ball,
right,
maybe I save that for green light shots when I'm coming in
right,
and I get a ball at the service line, and
yes,
instead just trying to construct the point and push you back. I get underneath. and being a little more conservative with that energy.
Yes.
So here, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to create like I did in the first set, but my body's just not responding.
Yeah. And see, that's very funny how I'm not too sure why you went for such a big, like on the backhand side, because it's very hard to hit like a backhand return winner. And I feel like you noticed that right away. And then the very next shot, you did a sliced forehand return. It's like complete opposite of approach as far as like returning. You went for the most
Oh my
aggressive on your
goodness.
weaker side to the most passive on your better side.
We're not firing on all cylinders here, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, but a
nice
big
serve.
part of that, so that right there, like
That
a
was a
big
big
part of
serve.
me playing you specifically is trying to break your rhythm.
Right.
So you get
Yes.
into a rhythm because I'm driving balls, and you say
Yes.
you're in survival mode, but like you understand me well enough to really thrive in that.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to just give you off pace slice. I'm trying to create a little chaos
Yes.
because I know you thrive on my consistent
Yes.
aggression.
Yes. I want the same balls. I don't mind if it's fast or if it's slow. I just like to have the same kind of balls for sure.
Yeah. And the same goes for me, right? I really love playing guys who only hit one pace
Yes.
because it's easy to predict. It's easy to adapt to.
Yes.
I don't have to change anything, right?
Correct.
Change the pace. I don't have to change anything.
Yep.
So here, I'm refusing to give up the baseline
Oh
again.
my
And
goodness.
it's paying off. Like I don't want to back up because you are trying to give me those loopy balls.
You're hitting like a madman.
I miss that one?
I remember
that
this
one.
game. This game lasted so long, and it was just you hitting a winner, you hitting an enforcer, you hitting a winner. I had absolutely no say whatsoever in what was happening in these points. Just like that, you're giving me that one, and then you're gonna hammer the next one. Like that. It's like, bro.
And you got it.
Well, I mean, I got it. That's really all I do in this game. Is that I try to hit your backhand. That's for sure. I like how you just hit that ball as soon as it bounces. You just hit it right there. You're not. I mean, you're inside the court, and I'm like 10 feet behind the baseline.
So I know I can hit these shots.
Yes.
I know it's risky, but I think at this point, like,
That one, Mr. Sets.
Yeah.
That's what happens when we're
I
tired.
think this is the combination of I'm tired enough to where if I allow your balls to do what they do, the point is going to get long. Oh my God.
Mr.
Rumeal. I don't remember that one. Yeah, yo, can we back that up? Can we back that up?
Okay, let me show you that one.
That was crazy.
That one, I think it was. Oh my God, it was out. So see that shot right there. You're not even backing. You're just hitting it right here. So that's a half volley. Very beautiful shot. And then, okay, that's a very nice slice. And then that just came out of nowhere. And I was like,
that's years of training right there, folks. That's years of training.
And I was like, on break point, really now? That's what you do on break point. But to be honest, for me, and I think it's just because that's your game, like I know. At this point, when you hit that beautiful shots, I have nothing to complain about. In my head, it's more like, well, if the guy goes for shots, of course he's gonna get some. And this was a very beautiful forehand. There is nothing that I shouldn't be complaining, saying, this guy's so lucky. Like, that was my point. It's like, no, bro, the guy goes for it. He's rewarded for the risk that he takes. And then I just move on. And there's nothing I can do.
Or the arrogant or sort of like egotistical inner dialogue could be like, all right, do it again.
Exactly. Yes.
Do it again.
That's,
you do it again.
Yep. Do it again.
So I'm starting to see me take more inside in forehands, right? Yes. I'm noticing that I'm usually taking the inside out. And again, I don't want you to get used to that rhythm because you're starting to cheat over a little bit.
A little bit.
you're playing smart, right?
Yeah,
So I'm like,
right
okay,
there.
let's see if I can wrong foot you,
For
and it's worked a couple times.
yes. By the way, when I don't know if you saw, so like I posted today my last video when I played a match against Robert, and this dude outsmart me quite a lot for a 50-something-year-old guy. Where I just run, I almost feel like I'm the only one running in this match, and he's just cooking me like some sort of rotisserie chicken. Like I'm just running and running and I'm out of breath and then I'm like, what, who's the young guy here on this court? This is insane. And I almost realized that the only reason I'm in this match is because the other guy just plays better. I just have legs. But to me, that just tells me that there's a lot of things to learn from me, because clearly if I have the physical advantage and I'm able to hit balls, I should take something from his game to put it in mine, because like he's making the most out of his game, and I'm not making the most out of mine. I'm just overutilizing my legs, because it seems like my decision making is not really optimal as far as playing him in particular.
Well, that's interesting to me because
Push.
you are a smart player, and I've watched some Robert, right?
Yeah. Okay. One
I've
second,
watched.
Rumeal. So it's gonna stop because you're up a break and a set. Question for you is, do you play any differently as far as like scoreboard, based on the scoreboard, or do you keep playing the same way? Whatever's been working is what I'm going to keep doing.
I should be playing the same way.
Okay.
I should be.
Yes. Okay. Oh, so you're saying you adjusted?
I might have adjusted.
You
I
okay?
can't remember exactly, but I
Okay.
might have adjusted because I'm starting to see me step in even more and be more aggressive. So I think
Yes.
what's going through my mind is step on his throat, right?
Yes. Yes.
Be more aggressive. And I don't think I should have been even more aggressive because that's going to introduce more error, more
Yes.
risk.
You're right. Okay.
So you were up 40-15 in this game.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So that was it.
Right.
It's a massive serve. Yep. Yep. So that's the yeah. You're just going big on. It's like I can hear you, the sound of your ball more than the mine, and I'm closer to the camera. Yeah, I go loopy because and then Rumeal is like, loopy, let me eat that. I'm just
more than me trying to go big, I think I'm too gassed to go for shots that require as much explosiveness.
Right.
So
Yes.
like even if I'm not even trying to put a lot into the ball, I'm
Yeah.
taking some positional risks, and
Right.
it's just too quick. It's just too quick. I can't fire that quick.
Yeah, I mean you're hitting. I mean, yeah, that and I think like we talked about it. I have to give credits to the guy because he's taking the risk. But I know that in my mind, if we keep playing that way, if I'm able to just string 2 or 3 good points in a row, like if I can make you hit 1 or 2 and 4 stairs instead of like 2 winners, 1 and 4 stairs in there, I can get back into it.
Yep.
But also because, as you know, it just takes more out of you to be aggressive than to like defend. Um, that once I'm able to kind of break that pattern, it should be a little bit harder for you mentally to kind of get back into, okay, well now I have to grind the guy because because that attacking strategy right now is not. Yep.
Yeah. If I'm gonna give myself any sort of excuse, no, I really just I can understand what I'm doing in this match against you is I'm intentionally trying to be as aggressive as I can.
Yeah.
Not because I want to do that against you, but also it's a part of the game that I want to develop.
Absolutely.
Like if I want to play at a higher level,
Yeah.
I have to learn to play matches like this
Yeah.
in an environment that's hotter, that's tougher.
Yeah.
I have to raise the level and see how long I can maintain it.
Yes.
So like this is me in a way. I've accepted the fact that I'm gonna miss a lot of
Yeah.
balls that I don't want to, but you know what? I gotta go hard and fast because I gotta see what my limitations are
Yes.
at a higher level.
And okay, so two things about that. First of all, absolutely. When that's what I said when I said when somebody watches both of us play, you look like you're absolutely killing me. You look a lot more like the better player because it looks like you're actually intentionally doing something where I feel like I'm just reacting to your balls, which I
Right.
am. Um, and you know, you inject a lot more pace and all that, so it just from the outside it looks like you are a lot better player. And then the second thing is I really like when you said, you know, you are trying to develop a certain game that you want to be able to play, and practice matches is like the perfect time to do so. You know, or really any practice or even real matches. I mean, you just have to start playing more and more like the way you want to play.
Yeah.
And I really like that because I'm really starting to understand that now. But before I was really like, oh, you know, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss. And sometimes the scoreboard being a little bit up kind of reinforced that idea of, well, I got to that point by not missing, so let's keep doing that. And I'm missing a little bit of too many opportunities, um, and you know, caring also too much about the score. You know, me not playing enough matches, like kind of telling me, oh well, you only have so few opportunities, so better not, you know, waste it. So then I just don't hit. I just try not to miss. Um, and so I really like that approach of yours. You know, you know, committing to it. And I feel like at a recreational level, people don't understand that because a lot of the time people are gonna complain about, oh well, this guy hits too many enforced errors. Oh well, this guy, you know, he can't keep the ball in play. Like you give him one or two backhands, he's gonna miss. It's like some of them are because they don't intentionally practice, but if you do, if you put enough time on the court and you're developing that game, then it's great. But if you only play once a week for an hour and a half and then you're just hitting balls and then you're hitting balls out, then sure, it doesn't make sense because it's not enough practice, enough court time for you to develop that kind
Right.
of game. But for you, because you're practicing, you are intentionally developing an aggressive game, and so therefore, oh yeah,
He took the set. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. 100%. It's that balance, right? And that
yes,
understanding of if you I don't know. I think you said it pretty well. Like I don't think you should be getting mad at yourself if
all right.
sorry.
Let's see that
I,
tiebreaker. Let's see that tiebreaker.
yeah. I'm gonna shut up for a second.
You're up 3-0, Mrs. Sets. The legs are moving. Rumeal. Oh, I remember that one. I was like, okay, I'm here, baby. I'm not out yet. I see how you're moving your legs though. I think you're making the intentional efforts of like, this is the time, baby, to do it. And, and now I'm it's very funny when you know exactly what happened mentally. It's like I'm
Right.
trying my best during the point, but I know when the point is over, I know I'm completely gassed. Which is great. Which is great. At least we put the effort when we need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just
Like
running here.
compensating here.
Oh, that was just long. Love to see that.
Nice.
Oh, that was
You did that.
no
You
that
actually
yeah.
no. That was white. That's white.
That was white. That was a great return. I mean, the return was just too good.
Oh,
Oh yes, you bailed me
yeah.
out.
And like I'm choosing to run around my back because I've lost the confidence in
Yes, you were bailing me out a few balls and you're in a tiebreaker.
it. Yeah.
Starting with that overhead, I don't know if it looks like it affected you in some ways, but ooh yeah.
I think I was affected a long time ago. I think a while ago when I just started losing the ability to roll over and drive through the backhand,
Yes.
um, then my game became a little more one dimensional, right? It sliced the backhand, and that's just, I'm not feeling that. So let's run around the backhands when I can.
Yes.
It's using too much energy.
8-6, Mr. Sets.
Mm-hmm.
I really, at this point, I really wanted to just get to 9, because I would feel confident that at 9 you would not be able to string like 3 winners in a row. That was my whole point. It's like I just want to get to 9. But now 8-7, I think you bailed me out in one of those shots.
Maybe this one right here.
Let's
Oh,
see.
nope.
See that one? I just hit it passively. Oh, right there. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
That's in my head. That was at 8-6, but at 8-7, I was a little confused at that point. I can tell you that this I did not have much sense of clarity as far as what I was gonna do, because it's on your serve. I mean, well, in my head it was, first of all, you focus on that return, make the return. I do not want to miss that return, and then after that, whatever happens, it's like I just have to keep that ball in.
Mm-hmm.
But I really didn't know what else to do, what much to do, because I didn't know what you were gonna do, because you missed, you hit some winners. This is a very tight moment, and it's like I don't know if he's going for shots where I can just defend. I don't know if I should be attacking. So at this moment, I remember vividly. It's like I have no idea. So I was just gonna hit in the middle. I was just gonna be like, just keep that ball in, and we're just gonna run to the ball if that's what we need to do. And I think so. I made the return, and that's why I literally look at that slice. I'm just right in the middle, and then you bailed me out, and I was like, oh yes, that is exactly what I needed. Because
Yes.
I was like, this is
That's the
not.
comfort.
So 9-7, Mr. Sets. What is gonna happen? What do you do at 9-7 on your serve?
I'm slicing your backhand. I'm slicing or kicking this ball up to your backhand. Let's see what I do.
Yep.
Nope. Oh, that's not the ball.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, oh, I know the slice is there now. We're not driving that backhand anymore.
But you know what? The slices are going deep.
Yes, they are. They are very good. They're very good. It's gonna. I'm almost out of time, Mr. Set. So, but I wanted to say thank you to you so much for making this video. Um, and we're definitely gonna play another match very soon. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it
Yeah, bring
happen.
it.
For sure,
Bring
absolutely. All right, yes. So let's just wrap this up. Um, we're definitely gonna have to have this rematch because this video kind of pumped me up. Yeah, yeah.
it. Yeah.
Hungry as always.
You on that 5-0 game too. I
That
see you.
that 5-0 games right there. I just have to. I started this series because, the lack of tournament sometimes. Like I don't need motivation to play tennis, but I do
Mhm.
need motivation to like push a little bit harder. Like I have fun on the tennis court. I can, hit hard, it's fun and all that. But I feel like if I really want to progress faster, I need a concrete goal. Like I need a little bit more structure, into my training. And so I feel like putting it out there is enough pressure to keep me accountable for my goals, so that I can actually go out and practice in the right way rather than just showing up, hitting some balls, have a little, 1 hour workout, and then be done.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, let's face it, as humans, we're really bad at incremental progress.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you and I have had extensive talks about metrics. And like it's things that can anchor you not only to visually seeing your progress, but that hold you accountable to that journey. Like, okay, this is week 1. I'm supposed to be doing these things.
Yeah.
I might not get all of them done, but at least I have something that can help act as a skeleton.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly. One of those things is that I like playing with different rackets. And just because, it's fun, I have access to them. But I was like, I'm a little tired of it. Trying different things, different rackets, different tension. So, trying to improve really also it helps me commit to a racket. I'm like, okay, this is it. Like I'm not gonna play this game. I'm not gonna bring two rackets in a match and then changing it every other match. Like this is great for me to like, okay, this is it. I commit to it. And now I'm already in my training. There is no like going back or whatever. So at least I commit for a good enough time. And yes,
Yeah,
otherwise it's just
yeah,
a never-ending game, especially because they come out with new stuff every time. So it's like a never-ending, you know.
yeah, and it's hard to measure like uh, the variables. Like
Exactly.
you're changing it up all the time. Like nothing's constant. So all right,
Exactly.
keep what
Yep.
you can constant, control what you can control, and then as you're growing and you're doing what you got to do, then you can go, okay, well this isn't working, so let me change this up. But no, specifically with the racket thing, this is I guess an arbitrary number. I don't really know if there's evidence behind this, but they said you're gonna make a racket change, you're gonna add weight, whatever it is to the racket, sometimes even strings.
Mm,
A good 1 to 3 months adjustment period. Like give yourself a grace period of adjusting to the
yeah.
racket because I mean your entire game. It's not like you're gonna go out in 1 week and hit every kind of shot that you can hit and play every kind of way that you can and get fully adjusted to that racket. So
For like college, that you're able to
yeah,
transition
I,
so fast.
yeah, it's a lot of different things, man. It's I think it's my educational background, like working in high schools, working with behaviors, academic, like the the time on task for me in that like psychological
Mm.
realm, I do that all day, every day. And so
Okay.
I've like by necessity, I've had to learn over the years
Okay.
to take it in stride and
Yep.
to like build on my capacity and my bandwidth for that kind of stuff. So it's been constant uh, journey through
Yep.
like reframing experiences, and I guess that's one of my strengths is when things aren't going too hot. Um, the best thing I can do for me for Rumeal is to go, all right, we're not going to repress that, but we also don't have any control over it anymore. It's
Yep.
done. So let's push it, and let's handle what's going on in front of us.
Yep.
And then when it's all said and done, when you don't have any more matches, then let's take some time.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's I think it's just been a lot of repetition.
All right, Mr. Sets. Next match. When is it gonna happen? October, November.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen in about a month. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
yeah, less than a
So,
month.
so this one is gonna be a
Uh,
big banger.
ooh,
When
bring it.
yep, yep. This
Hey,
is
thanks for having me on, Tato. I
huh?
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no,
Thank
thank you, thank you. Um, I really liked it. I really liked, hearing your perspectives.
We're serious and we're curious all the time.
Mr. Rumeal. All right, Mr. Rumeal. I'll let you go now. Sets tennis. I'll put the description in the under the video uh, for whoever wants to book a lesson with you in the Twin Cities area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's it, Mr. Sets. Thank you.
Thanks, Tato.
All right. Peace.
Peace.